Hi, I'm Andrew Henry.
And I'm Simran Singh, and today we're discussing Sikhism, or by its more accurate name, which I prefer, Sikhi.
Now, there are 27 million Sikhs worldwide. Most live in India, but there are significant populations in the United Kingdom and in the United States. However, many people don't know all that much about the Sikhs. They're sometimes mistaken to be Muslims or Hindus, and some even misconstrue the religion as a mixture of these two religions. But Sikhi is its own unique religion with its own sacred texts, founder, and identity.
Now, we can't cover the entire religion in just 10 minutes. So today we're going to focus on its core beliefs and practices, which help illustrate the immense diversity of its practitioners, how the religion has developed over the past 500 years, and how Sikhs are contributing members of their societies all over the world. Sikhi originates from the Punjab region of South Asia, which spans from modern-day Pakistan to northern India. It was here in 1469 that the founder of Sikhi, Guru Nanak, was born. And his lifetime coincided with the establishment of the Mughal Empire, a Muslim-led dynasty that ruled over much of South Asia from the 16th to the 19th centuries. The early years of Sikhi are therefore shaped by growing in a religiously diverse region alongside a Hindu majority population living side by side with Muslims.
According to Sikh tradition, Guru Nanak had a mystical experience around the age of 30. While bathing in a local river, he suddenly disappeared, and even though his friend thought he had drowned, he emerged from the river 3 days later, telling of an encounter he had with God. This experience set him on the path to become the first guru of the Sikhs, and he traveled far and wide, sharing this new understanding of God, which is embodied in the Mul Mantar, a short hymn composed by the Guru himself. There is one God, the identity of truth, creator of all things and the all-pervading spirit, fearless and without hatred, timeless and formless, beyond birth and death, self-created, known by the grace of the Guru. Sikhs recite this on a daily basis, and in a way, this prayer summarizes basic Sikh theology, that there is one God, the creator of the universe, who is sometimes called Akal Murit, the eternal being. According to Guru Nanak, God is so limitless that humans are like fish trying to comprehend the ocean.
Now, the word Guru literally means enlightener, and in the Sikh tradition, this title is reserved for Guru Nanak and his 9 successors. The 10 Sikh Gurus are credited with fostering and cultivating the Sikh community from its establishment in the 15th century to the death of Guru Gobind Singh, the 10th Sikh Guru, in 1708. Before his death, Guru Gobind Singh passed on the title of Guruship to 2 authorities for Sikhs to follow, the Guru Granth Sahib and the Guru Khalsa Panth, the community of formally initiated Sikhs. The Guru Granth Sahib is a collection of hymns and poetry compiled by the Sikh Gurus themselves. The Sikh scripture is unique in that it doesn't contain narratives. It's all music and poetry. The Guru Granth Sahib also differs from other religious texts in that it includes the writings of other religious figures, such as Muslims and Hindus. Because of these reasons, it's not really accurate to call the Guru Granth Sahib the Sikh Bible or the Sikh Quran. Yes, it is a collection of sacred scripture, but it is different for Sikhs in that it is seen as the repository of the Guru's wisdom and as the eternal Guru for the Sikh community.
This leads us to the topic of religious practice. Remember that religions are not just a collection of beliefs and doctrines, they also include what people do. Let's take the example of the Guru Granth Sahib. Because it's considered to be the Guru, Sikhs show special reverence to the book itself. The scripture is stored on raised platforms in Sikh houses of worship that represent a throne of authority. When reading from the Guru Granth Sahib, an attendant waves a ritual fan which represents how royalty was treated in the past. None of this is done to worship the book, but to show the respect that it deserves as Guru. This is why Sikh houses of worship are called gurdwaras, which is a Punjabi word meaning door to the Guru, because it's here that Sikh communities gather and access the Guru together. The most prominent gurdwara is Darbar Sahib in Amritsar, Punjab. You can find gurdwaras all over the world, serving as centers for Sikh congregational worship and a variety of life cycle rituals, such as baby naming, marriage, and funeral ceremonies.
The initiation ceremony is one of the most important rituals in the Sikh tradition, because undergoing this ritual means becoming Amritdhari. Now, what does that mean? Well, remember that Guru Gobind Singh, before his death, instituted 2 authorities to help shepherd the community going forward. The Guru Granth Sahib, the collection of scriptures, and the Guru Khalsa Panth, the community of initiated Sikhs who have committed their lives to living the ideals of Sikhi.
The tradition goes that in 1699, Guru Gobind Singh called his followers to his tent, drew his sword, and asked for volunteers to sacrifice his head. One by one, 5 Sikh men came forward, going into the tent only for Guru Gobind Singh to emerge each time with a bloody sword. However, after all of this, the Guru then emerged with all 5 men completely unharmed.
Some traditions say that Guru Gobind Singh secretly hid 5 goats in his tent and slaughtered them instead of the men. And other traditions say that these 5 men survived miraculously. Nevertheless, because of their bravery and devotion, these 5 individuals came to be the first members of the new Sikh order, the Khalsa Panth, which was a collection of disciplined individuals who committed their lives to living along the teachings of the Guru.
Because he viewed everyone as equally divine and royal, Guru Gobind Singh gave both men and women new royal names that subverted caste and gender distinctions. Women would carry their own lineage with the last name Kaur, and men with the last name Singh. And he initiated the 5 men by giving them Amrit, a nectar substance that was made of water and sugar mixed with a double-edged sword while singing from the Sikh scripture. To this day in gurdwaras all over the world, Sikhs continued to administer initiation based off of this first initiation in 1699. The ceremony is led by 5 Sikhs, representing the 5 original members of the Khalsa. They take turns stirring an iron bowl of Amrit while reciting prayers. The initiates come forward and are sprinkled with the Amrit on their hair and eyes. Amrit Sanchar is sometimes described as the Sikh form of baptism, but this is not entirely accurate. Now, Christian baptism and Amrit Sanchar do both incorporate water, but for a Sikh, accepting initiation means committing to living a life according to the Guru's teachings. This includes some ethical precepts and disciplinary protocols, the most easily noticeable being the commitment to maintaining 5 articles of faith, which have come to be known to English speakers as the 5 Ks because they each begin with the letter K. They are case, uncut hair, wearing a small comb called the kanga, a steel bracelet called a kara, a small knife called the kirpan, and shorts called kachera.
Some scholars have interpreted the 5 Ks through a historical lens, rooting them in the context of 17th and 18th century Punjabi military garb. For example, some scholars have said that the gurdwara is there to protect the wearer's sword arm. Many today interpret the 5 Ks symbolically. So for example, some take the kachera and describe them as a reminder to practice sexual restraint. And some Sikhs explain that the kirpan is not an offensive weapon, but a reminder to always stand up for justice and against oppression. Guru Gobind Singh did not explain why he chose these 5 articles of faith. So any explanations we offer now are purely speculative. What we can say definitively though, is that for Sikhs, these 5 Ks have a deeply personal connection. Perhaps the closest analogy we can give is that of a wedding ring. Can we really explain what a wedding ring means to somebody in just one sentence? It can mean love, it can mean devotion, it can mean commitment. It means different things to different people. In the same way, while the 5 Ks mean different things to different people, generally Sikhs would agree that these 5 articles of faith are more than just symbols. They represent a deep personal connection between themselves and their guru.
This leads us to an important reminder whenever you study any religion. Religions are internally diverse. They're not monolithic. A lot of what we said up until now are generalizations about Sikh belief and practice, but just like members of any other religion, Sikhs differ widely on their interpretation of their beliefs and observe their practices differently.
For example, not all Sikhs maintain the 5 Ks. There are many Sikhs who cut their hair or shave or don't wear turbans at all, and this doesn't make them any less Sikh. The term Sahajdhari is often used to describe those who self-identify as Sikh, but don't maintain the visible Sikh identity.
Moreover, within the Khalsa itself, there's a variety of groups who differ on aspects of what it means to be Sikh. Some who interpret the 5 Ks differently, others, such as the Nanaksar movement, claim that Guru Nanak appeared to their leader in the early 20th century. We don't have time to go through each group individually, but it's important to remember the internal diversity of Sikhi so we don't form a one-dimensional opinion of the religion.
While Sikhs are an internally diverse community, there are some experiences that they share collectively. One example of a shared experience is that of racism and prejudice in modern America. Studies show that most Americans do not know who Sikhs are, and that Sikhs are experiencing increasing discrimination because of their unique religious identity. Anti-Sikh discrimination takes various forms, from workplace discrimination and racial profiling to school bullying. The first casualty of a hate crime after 9/11 was Balbir Singh Surdi, a Sikh American in Mesa, Arizona. His attacker, Frank Roque, spewed anti-Muslim hate speech before and after the murder, which help illustrate how Sikhs fall within the racialized category of the apparent Muslim, a new racial category that accounts for anybody who is perceived to be Muslim based on how they look. In 2012, a white supremacist named Wade Michael Page entered a gurdwara in Oak Creek, Wisconsin, and opened fire on the congregation, killing 6 and injuring several others. The Sikh community responded to this massacre by opening up their doors to the local community, serving all the reporters and officials who came to help in the aftermath of the massacre. The Sikhs who participated in these efforts were drawing from ideas in the Sikh tradition, such as seva, the practice of love-inspired service, chardikala, the idea of perpetual optimism, and sarbat da bhala, the upliftment of all humanity.
Although we've only scratched the surface, we hope now that you have an idea of the history and immense diversity of Sikh communities worldwide.
And if you'd like to know more, we're including a few resources in the video description below.
And as always, thanks for watching. Hey everyone, thanks for watching. This video took so long to make that I actually grew a beard in the meantime. Special thanks to my friend and colleague Simran. He's a scholar and an activist and now a children's book author. You should all check out his upcoming children's book on Fauja Singh, who's a Sikh man who became the oldest man ever to run a marathon. You can also follow Simran on Twitter at SikhProf. Link is in the description below to pre-order the book. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.